Hey, another week of
Just Weirdly Blended.
Today's a Saturday, November 20th, 2021.
Yep. Getting closer to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we are in the midst of Thanksgiving week.
Short week next week.
Short week, 2 half days of school.
Are
for all those kiddos out there.
Do you have Wednesday off?
No, I have a half day on Wednesday. So it's Mondays, all conferences. So no school, but we meet with parents, and then Tuesday's a half day. We get to leave early, and then Wednesday's a half day because we're staying super late Monday night.
Oh,
so it was.
Yeah, we got some
trade-off.
Conference. We had JJ's and Elena's conference Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And that's weird how that worked out because Blanca set up Alicia's Elena's conference for the middle school, and then obviously Alicia did JJ's, and they both somehow got on the same day.
Nice. She could have requested it. Usually we ask parents to request what day they want to.
Well, that's the thing. Like, Alicia didn't know.
Yeah.
It was a Monday, and I was like, I forgot that I had taken a picture of the conference that the school sent.
Or whatever, yeah.
So I took a picture of that, and I was like, well, shit, let me see when Elena's is. And I was like, oh, hers is the same day. It's at 5:30.
Nice.
So it's within it's right there. It's like as soon as I'm done here, I'm going there.
That's kind of
going there.
I did that with Elliot's, but I don't know if Blanca can't make it. I'll just do Elliot's too. But
yeah, that's
he goes.
Alicia tried to get off Monday just so she can go to it, but she wasn't sure if she'd get it off because they do seniority, and so they have to write everything on a calendar, and
like physically write it onto a physical calendar.
Oh, that's how they do the time tracking.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, very
seems
honorable.
Like a foolproof plan.
Honorable system there. Mine's like we got to clock in, but
yeah.
I know.
Who threw away the calendar?
You know.
Now we don't know who's working what.
You know what sucks too is since it's a seniority thing. If someone who had more seniority decided, you know what, I want Monday off now, and did it Friday, even though Alicia might have done it a few days before that person would get the day. I'm like,
really? That's how that works. So if the morning of somebody says, you know what, I feel like this is my day. You gotta come into work.
Yeah. Well, not the morning of Monday, but like Friday. Yeah, it could be that way where it'd be like, since you got the seniority, I'd be like, that's not fair.
That's so unfair.
Life's unfair,
man. Well, last week was a pretty ballin' week. It was great. Everything was going well. I had a colleague from work who actually stopped in one morning and said he listened to the podcast.
Oh, nice.
And he really liked it. So thanks, Mike, for listening.
Thanks, Mike. I don't know you, but I love you.
He's a good guy. Teaches third grade with me.
Yeah, awesome.
So, yep. So
JD will be in third grade next year.
I know. So Elliot, Mike, you could be Elliot's teacher.
Good. Hook him up.
But yeah, it was nice to hear somebody outside of like relatives.
It is.
Like, oh,
I remember you when you sent me that text. I thought that was so cool. It's hard to like relay how I felt. Via text.
Well, I was just shocked when he said it. Like I was like,
"That's good."
Oh, somebody other than family members are listening. That's pretty sweet.
That is sweet.
Thank you for listening.
And it's tough too because we like to look at our numbers, and obviously
we do a lot of analytics.
We'll look at how many times something's been listened to, and it's funny because it doesn't always like relay the same because we throw this out on YouTube as well, and so some of our stuff on YouTube actually will end up getting more views than the like podcast on the on Spotify or on Anchor. Yeah.
Do you feel like we have more viewership, listenership on one over another?
It seems like yes, like YouTube, but then again, I don't know.
This kind of depends.
It just depends.
Well, anyway, hey,
but that's awesome. Keep listening. Yeah, hell yeah.
Tell people about us.
Yeah, spread the news, spread the love.
Comment, like, share.
I feel like I spam the shit out of like Instagram and Facebook with like share, please share.
Yeah.
But whatever. Eventually, I feel like
that's how micro.
If you implant that in people's brains enough, eventually, I think it'll just become like a second reaction.
Hey, Kleenex. You're thinking of the tissue, right? Guess what? That's called tissue. You know what Kleenex did? They got your brain thinking
that
it's called
what is that
Kleenex.
called,
it's called branding.
Yeah, well, because like a Q-tip's actually
it's not.
It's
Q-tip.
A brand of the. That's
the brand of swab.
Yeah,
and we always think of it as a Q-tip. It's branding. Yes. It's,
there's like an actual term for that. I thought.
Yeah.
Not
maybe it's more than branding. I don't know.
But basically that's what you know it as.
Yeah. You get yourself out there like, it's a Q-tip. And then the other company's like, no,
it's a cotton swab.
It's a cotton swab for your nose, damn it. And actually it says on there, don't stick in your ear. And what else do you use it for?
Beats the fuck out of me.
Ladies, I think, use it for nail polish removal or something, but
sometimes Elise might. She uses it for her eye, so she does mascara. So sometimes she'll to get some of it off. I think she'll use that.
So there must be more than
it.
We all use it for our ears.
I would get canker sores pretty bad.
Yeah.
If I cut my lip, and so I've had these since I was young, like a kid. I would always get canker sores. So when I apply any kind of topical cream or whatever ointment, I would use a Q-tip.
Yeah,
because I was just
versatile tool.
It is
for the body.
I use
it says right on there. Don't stick it in your ear. Well,
don't do what? Oh.
That's about all I use it for is sticking it in my ear.
Well, how else am I gonna get that? You know what else I use sometimes to clean my ears? I use a paper clip.
Okay.
Because I got paper clips in my office.
The rounded side of the paper clip.
Yeah, so I'll just undo it just a little bit.
Yeah.
So now it's a little longer.
Yeah.
And I'll just put it in my ear and all.
Not sharp end.
The rounded end. It works.
Yeah, I mean, I'll bet. Yeah.
Kind of scrape it, I don't know if anybody's queasy out there, but that's what I do.
Good.
It does. Good. Oh, great for itchy. You ever get an itchy ear?
Yes.
You're like...
that feeling when you get in there and get it out.
I had the itchiest ear on Friday at work.
Yeah.
I was sitting there. I was like, holy shit. And so I was just using that. I wasn't even using it to clean. I was just had this itch. And I was
Your eyes are
what is going on in his office? What is he doing? Jesse, shut your blinds.
Jesse's screaming at his desk.
I'm shaking. Legs shake. Oh God! And I took a nap afterwards.
Yeah, I ate a sandwich,
and I don't even smoke cigarettes, but I had a cigarette afterwards. That's great.
So I'm going to count the rest of the day,
right? I don't know. Yeah, I think my week was pretty. It was pretty easy last week. It was. I had a lot of meetings really throughout the week, and then I think it was Thursday. I went into our clinic in Kennewick and helped my boss with his computer because he had his computer took a poop, and so I was like, hey, I'll head down there if you want to just meet up, and then I just imaged his computer, redid it, and then got that all fixed up for him.
Nice.
So and it was nice to get out. I get stir crazy.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yep. I put trim around my my sliding glass door and the window that is in the kitchen.
Nice. You got that back up?
Yep. Cool. That was, you know what? Trim, not as easy as I thought.
Really?
No. So I took, because it's kind of like the trim that's on your door right there. I mean, identical.
Yeah.
So I took the old trim, but I think what messed it up for me was before the old trim wasn't flush with how they had it.
Oh.
But I wanted that flush.
Yeah.
So it looked cleaner.
Yeah.
Right?
And
so it moved my measurements when I took the old trim and measured out.
Yeah.
And so that's I was like, that fucked me up.
A trick of that is to always measure the side, and then you cut just a tiny bit long, and then on your saw you hold the saw blade down, and you push that piece up to it so it sits right on the blade.
Yeah.
Pick it up and then go down again.
And copy it.
Slowly it'll shave away till it's super tight.
Yeah, no, this so the top piece, because when I moved everything, it actually shortened it from what it was.
I could see that, yeah.
And so it changed the angle.
Yeah.
So that's what messed me up is when it changed that angle on that door. So that kind of fucked me up. Luckily,
that's what caulking's for, though, because you can hide a lot of that under something.
It was weird because, it was weird. The caulking, it made it weird. Whatever. I fixed it.
Match up. Good.
Yeah, the lines didn't match up. I really hated it, and it was bugging the hell out of me. So I redid it. Alicia, I bought her a nail gun, a battery.
Oh, nice.
And I was always kind of skeptical of those. I had a little Brad Neller. That fucker worked great. I was like, babe, I used your nail gun. I know you haven't used it yet.
You know how I bought it for you?
I broke it in.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, she was like, I feel heartbroken. I'm like, I saved you the window.
Yeah, just show her like, well, but you have a window.
But so when I did the window, I grabbed the old trim and I just used the old trim and got the new trim and then just matched up the lines. And
did it work okay on the window?
Yeah. I didn't flush it as much on the window just because it looked different. But on the door frame, I needed to flush because
I gotcha.
I don't know. It just didn't look right with the gap, like with the just a little piece hanging out. It didn't look clean to me.
Some of our doors here, they use solid wood trim, which is nice, but that's what they use. Not as like bendable and pliable as that synthetic stuff. So we had some major gaps around some of our doors. When I went and caulked everything this summer, I had to put some caulking in, and it kind of disappears.
Yeah,
when you do that, if you get it smooth, but man,
I think I got to caulk the nail holes.
Yeah, that'll make it smooth out.
So that right now, when you look at it, you see a little bit of holes, and so it looks a little sloppy.
Yeah,
just in that sense. But I want and even with the seams, I still want to caulk so it looks clean.
Yeah, that's usually what I do, and then when you put paint over it, it looks really good. So,
but I bought a pack of 12 at freaking Lowe's. So it's fucking works great. I think I'm going to get some wall base from there too, because you can buy like 12 feet. They're 12 footers.
Yeah.
And there's 12 of them.
Yep.
That's what it was like doing. $70. Yep. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that.
Yep.
I just I was like, I think I can fit this in my car. I'd have like
footer.
I think I'd have like 3. If I measured right, I'd have about 3 feet or 4 feet sticking out the back of the truck.
All right. Well,
But I put the trim. I could fit the trim in my car.
Yeah.
Because of my seat. My back seats go down.
Okay.
So I can fit.
So you're talking the Mazda?
Yeah. Okay. A Mazda 6 people. The back seats fold down.
Mazda's a great car.
And so I fed my 7-foot trim in the trunk, and so it sits like. It's right on the armrest, the middle piece, and just a little bit. So I think a 12-footer, I could get more. I could get that on the dash, and I'd have a little bit sticking out.
Or maybe even shove the bottom down to the footboard. See how far in it can go there.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Fold it up in the back, and then tie the back end to the front hood.
Don't tempt me. I'll Mexican that thing up. Trust me. I've seen some crazy. I've seen people do that. I think I've done that with a truck before.
With somebody that does stuff like that. But
yeah, I knew a guy. I know a guy,
Mr. Gabe.
Yeah, he does that shit. But yeah, it was nice to get that done.
Yeah, it feels good to get those jobs accomplished.
Yeah, and my next thing, like I said, I'm going to do the wall trim. That's going to be. Yeah, it just looks clean.
It makes a big difference. Those little details make such a difference in a house.
It really does.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do the chair rail. That's what I've been figuring out what it's called. The chair rail.
Have you ever seen somebody
do
the actual ceiling designs around like the old school plastering?
Oh, I've never seen it.
I saw a video of a guy. So they cut a wooden mold. Like if you get one of those like really nice old world circles that they'd put around like hanging chandeliers and stuff. Or the ceiling, like. They actually build a wooden mold, and a guy by hand puts the plaster on the ceiling and then goes around in a circle, in this perfect circle, and then smooths it all out. Like, it's amazing. And we have, I was watching a show, because I love interesting things, about the lack of skill in that area these days. Like, there's just not a lot of people that are skilled plasterers.
A plaster master?
Plaster masters. There's not a program for it at most universities these days, so there aren't many people that can do it. They make it look so easy, but I guarantee you if I did it, there'd be like 15 different circles around that.
Just like thing. Mudding and taping drywall?
Yeah.
I've done it quite a few times. I still can't do it the way I see people on the videos do it. And it's so smooth.
Nothing. Yeah, it's like a samurai.
I have to keep taking and putting on just so I can get it to look clean. And even then, I mean, I don't think it looks clean, but these people are just like done.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit.
Don't overdo it. I don't know. I don't know what the idea is.
I don't know.
I've seen some
muscle
people
memory,
maybe
so much they just know exactly how much mud to put on.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Talk about a tiring job too. Your arms just up all the time.
Drywall's heavy. Then to hang it.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays it's a little easier, I'm guessing, because they got like stills and they can.
Still, though, I mean, have you held them up? Just hold one up and zip it in there. Like, it's not that easy.
One-handed easy.
Yeah, kudos to our home builders.
Dude, remember we just did that one little piece in my kitchen? That was a pain in the ass. I had to like buy a new 2x6. And,
oh, yeah. Oh.
That was a pain. You remember that?
I do recall.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I remember doing it. I forgot about the 2x4.
Next time I'm going to rip out the island, I think.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Just take a hammer to the old post there in the middle.
I don't know. I think I'm going to do what you said, though, bolt it all together. Give it the industrial look.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not giving you legal advice here. I'm just saying, I mean, like,
it makes sense.
If you was so inclined to sandwich that thing.
I think it already is, to be honest with you. I really do.
Could be. I just think if you took the big boards and sandwich something in there.
Yeah, and like I said, they're already nailed together. Yeah. I just once I take everything and expose, I'll see if there's a bunch of them. I guess. But no. Yeah, that was about my week though. Like I just did that, and Friday went to work.
I got my clothes complimented this week.
Hell yeah!
I did. I usually wear shorts and short sleeve shirts because I get really hot in my classroom, and it makes
you got a lot of wear shorts to shirt, huh? Shorts to shirt.
No one said no.
Shorts to school.
They're nice looking shorts.
Oh yeah,
I wear like this kind of shirt.
Yeah.
Apparently, I wear it all the time. But I actually wore like a dress up clothes. I wore slacks and a shirt and a tie and. I got stopped by several people that were like, "You look really nice today." Even my principal stopped and was like, "I like the blue."
I'm married.
Like, hey, we can't have this conversation. Come on.
Got your ass slapped. You look good.
That didn't happen. But no, I thought it was very nice. No, it's just like
makes you feel good though.
Thank you for noticing.
But did you feel good though, right?
Well, yeah.
That confidence.
People are all like, I like my principal is very particular. Like, I like the blue and the brown. I was like, well, thanks. That's what I was going for. So thank you.
That's what
I really appreciated that.
I won't lie to you. Blue and brown, I love that.
It was like my shoes. They're that cognac
use the brown
color.
Yeah.
And my belt, I wish I had a cognac belt, but that's not going to be happening anytime soon. But the brown matched enough. Like, it was enough that I think
that's one of my go-tos.
So, yeah, so that felt really, really good.
That's
so
cool.
My Friday started well. I had lots and lots of
love.
I had lots of love, and then I met with several parents. 7 of my parents out of 20 came, so almost half. I mean, like we're close to that 50%, which felt
Is that
really
what they
good.
want?
They want everybody. Yeah, our fall conferences, we want to meet with every single parent, so we try to get 100%.
I mean, how do you force that though?
You harass parents.
Like, no, motherfucker, you're coming.
You very nicely send about 15 letters home, and then you start calling them if they don't show up.
Hey,
hello,
Mr. Johnson, I'm at your door.
You told me you couldn't make it, but I'm here, and you're watching television.
Yeah.
You need to come in.
Can you look out the window? I'm right here.
I'm right here. We can conference in your front yard.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, COVID be damned. We're conferencing with everyone. So you have to wear your mask and be 6 feet apart. But
we're making this happen. I got numbers to meet, motherfucker.
We're doing it. I get my 100%. I'm getting the pin. We don't get a pin.
I'm winning this shit.
We do not get a pin. We just are expected to have every
pizza party.
So, I'm getting the ice cream. Okay. My principal told me an ice cream cone.
My class is winning that pizza party for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, everybody that I needed to showed up.
That's cool.
That felt great. I'm at 100% right now. 100% of 7 out of 13, whatever that percentage works out to be. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. So I'll send out some reminders Monday morning for the rest of my folks, and it'll be great. Everybody will show up. But went home feeling good. Everything was fantastic, and I thought I'm on top of the world.
Yeah.
I drove home feeling so good in my dress-up clothes. I was like, this is what wealthy people feel like.
It feels good.
Driving around, I had like my nice fleece coat on.
Yeah.
An overcoat. And
I kind of miss dressing up for
corners, and my watch just looks so much more sparkly with those clothes on. I'm like, this must be what ladies feel like all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Wearing their pretty clothes. And then I got home. I was a pretty little bitch driving myself home. And then I pull up in the driveway and I think, what a beautiful life. And I walked inside and I started watching YouTube because That's what wealthy people do.
That's what you do in real life.
My wife
YouTube.
called me crying. And I go,
yeah.
oh, what's going on? And she goes, I just got fired.
Ouch.
And what she meant was she got laid off. Because she actually
That's,
didn't get fired.
There's a difference.
But apparently her employer decided to let her finish a really big job. And then the ones that got across the finish line without any notice, they let her go, which is their right to do.
Yeah. Was it at will or whatever?
Really? Yeah.
That's a really shitty thing, though.
An at-will employee, which implies that you as the employee are at will, as if it's like your empowerment, which is such a like back-asswards way of... It should be like, we can fucking fire you if we want to.
That's pretty much
It's not at will. It's like not like, I don't think today I want to work because I am an at-will worker. It's like we have the right to let you go for any reason without even stating why. So
you wore red, but I'm not going to tell you that.
So my wife, who worked her ass off for these guys and got a project done that had been sat on for about 10 years, by the way.
She's been doing a lot of projects.
She did a lot more, but this project was like the culmination of a shit ton of work. She got it all the way to the point the building was going to be built. She got it all the way to the point to getting it out for bids to come in. They got the bids in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Friday afternoon, the week before Thanksgiving. And 4:15, when she got back from the bid, she got called into a meeting. And they sat her down and said, we're sorry, and gave her the document and said, you have 45 minutes to clean out your office.
God damn, 45 minutes?
Yeah. And the HR woman was very nice and said, I'll even help you pack.
I'm going to help you pack, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Let me get this shit. Do you need this? No? Okay, I'm going to throw it away.
What's the most annoying lady name in the world?
Becca.
I'm just going to
call her. Becca's a good name. I like the name
Becky?
Becca. No, not Becca. I knew a Becca, and she's cool, so never mind.
I know. It's hard. I don't know. Whatever you
punched me in the boot, Becca.
Think about like whatever the most annoying lady name for you is. Gretchen offers to help clean out your office. Like, thanks. I really want your help, Gretchen.
How about you guys get the fuck out of my way?
So, how about like I'm just gonna kick some holes in some walls? No, she didn't. She was cool, and she doesn't
get fired, let go, whatever. It's a shitty feeling.
Just like so shitty.
It's a punch in the gut.
She's like doesn't really have hard feelings. She really liked who she worked for and everything, and it was like was a great organization. So
that's what makes it harder.
Yeah,
when you like
the problem is when you just cut somebody like that right before the holidays. It's just kind of like, okay,
that's a kick in the ball,
and you won't even say why, which I'm sure they have a reason for that. But it's like, well, as the family, we would sure like to know.
I didn't get my caddy last year.
We don't have half of our income.
Yeah,
like, well, we just lost half of everything the week before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
she even said to them like, Christmas is coming, like, and they go, yeah, sorry.
I know. And I'm going to have a nicer Christmas than you.
That sucks for you. I got a bonus.
I know.
Okay.
I got a bonus.
Your empathy is stunning. That
pay you had? I just got that bonus. That was my bonus thing.
So I went from feeling like a master of the universe to like, I think I'm just going to play a rich guy role here.
You got to be stressful, man.
Maybe we'll liquidate some assets. We might have to liquidate some assets, but I think overall our strategy is strong. I think our portfolio is looking like it's going in the right direction. I think we're going to be just fine.
I think you guys will be fine.
I believe
but it's that's a kick in the balls.
Well, the thing is, it's their loss
because when it's the holidays.
Okay, the thing that pissed me off, the only thing that really pissed me off about the whole thing, she came home and was super stressed out about making sure people knew the due dates for certain things because it was going to screw them up. And I'm like, honey,
she was still caring.
Yes, she cared about that project. That's how dedicated my wife is to her work. So anybody out there that might want a super like rock star employee who is not afraid to deal shit because she can boss like no other.
She can give a lot of shit.
But in the best of way, and who will get the job done at all costs. And we'll go home and wonder after you fire her, let her go. She didn't get fired. I'm going to be careful with that because she did nothing wrong.
Don't say fired.
But she got let go,
laid off, We're going to consolidate the company.
And that's pretty much what happened. They just said they're letting some people go, and we're restructuring until next time they start hiring. Yeah, restructuring my ass.
We had to restructure our restructure, so we're going back to our old structure.
Well, we had a structure, but we stopped liking that structure, so we're restructuring. Okay.
That's a stupid word.
How about I restructure
your face
in a non-threatening way? No, that was all a joke, but I'm just, that's my feeling.
It is a joke, but it's
my frustration of like,
who doesn't feel that way?
Okay, this woman would have been a loyal employee to you for the rest of her life and done some amazing things because guess what? She knows all the dates and she would happily share them with you. She was trying to. I told her, stop. They don't deserve your help. They don't care about you. Obviously. I would have
deleted every email possible if I could have.
Oh, she couldn't.
I know, but
because they cut her access to her computer. She got back to her office. She couldn't do shit.
That's IT. That's us IT folks for
you. Guys are assholes. No, this guy's good. You're one of the good ones, but man,
you know what?
Yeah.
Even as an IT person, like knowing like people are getting let go or something, like it's not cool. Like it sucks because it's like,
and I know for the people that probably had to actually do the job of letting her go, it wasn't a fun thing to do. So like,
HR though, people they're cold blooded, dude.
They can be. I have a lot of HR people in my family, and they're good people. Like
until they fire you. Sorry.
Sometimes I think it's those type A folks that run the company that are the ones I worry the most about because they seem to have no feeling.
I may or may not work with a guy he has the type A. Okay. So it's the empathy. If it's there, it doesn't come across that way.
Well, I mean, empathy comes second to performance.
Pretty much. Like I'm a very emotionally, I'm not like the most emotional person.
Yeah.
But I'm very empathetic towards I care about
it's gonna bother you if you have to say, hey, your Christmas is gonna suck because we're not gonna pay you.
There's someone I probably should write up, right? But I'm really trusting that this person's gonna turn it around for me.
Yeah.
And so because I don't want to get to that point. I feel like an asshole. Like I don't want to do that. Like so it sucks.
Yeah.
But empathy is something you can't. I don't think that's something you can learn. I think you can't be taught. I think that's something that's just natural.
I think with children, you certainly can. I mean, like with kids, it's like a lot of kids don't have empathy. But when you're a full-fledged adult, if you still don't care.
Yeah, I don't think you can learn how to be empathetic until it happens to you. Right. And then you're like, oh, that's how they felt.
No.
Oops.
Then it's like, how could this happen to me?
I know.
They hurt me.
Karma.
Now I will kill them. Like, I think that's how serial killers are born, right?
Maybe the
lack of empathy, and then they get hurt, and then it's like, oh.
Yeah, right.
This feeling but I don't like.
You know how they say things happen for a reason? Maybe that's what this will be.
Well,
you don't know what's going to happen, but it's always something better.
If there's anybody that has
something better,
a huge amount of potential, it's her. And if there's anybody that can get a killer job, it's her.
Yeah. Easy.
She gets.
How many jobs did she find me that I've applied for? Because she's like, "Hey, have you checked this out?"
You.
I'm like, "Oh shit! All right."
When we were first together, like I have the old school view of you stay with the company until you retire. And
there's actually a term to do with companies.
You're not supposed to do that.
2 to 5 years you stay, and then you move up. And
otherwise, you're stagnant. Now, in teaching, it's a little different. Like no matter where you go, you might as well stay because you actually have better benefits if you stay where you are. But in the business world, it's different. And at first, it was still the old world when we were together. And it was still you shouldn't move around too quickly. Yeah. It wasn't like you should move, never move, but it was like companies don't like to see you moving too much. Well, she was ahead of that curve. She was taking jobs left and right. And I'm thinking, honey, what are you doing? It's good to get a better job, but, get some water under your wings.
Yeah, something like that. Get some air under your
That's my grandmother always used to say, get some water under your wings, some air under your feet.
Yeah, you got this.
Get yourself going there.
And, stable, something.
No, she just kept on, and before I knew it, she was, management level. So it's okay, well, you're doing something right. And now, actually, companies I hear look and go, why did you stay at this place so long? Almost like it's a bad thing if you overstay.
God, you fucking idiot.
If you're not going to look out for number one, how are you going to look out for us?
Yeah. Well, no, you know what?
I think that mentality is
that's true because that's kind of like that saying, how if you don't love yourself, how can you love someone else?
And that's true. We've talked about that in the relationship.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same concept, really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
True.
but then again, not this. I guess this wouldn't have to do with love, but if you're comfortable somewhere, who cares? Like if you're comfortable in your life, and you're comfortable in the way things are moving, like I think that's okay.
Oh, like me, I really
you can
love
focus on other things in your life.
Yeah,
like for me, my job, I don't complain too much. Like there's things I don't like about my job, but I'm comfortable. I like it. I like it enough right now. But I got that freedom now to be able to do a little more stuff around the house, stuff I kind of want to do. And do I want more money? Yeah, I do. I do want more money, but it'll get there.
Well, and at the end of the day,
eventually, I'll
time is also important.
Yeah,
right. And
your money can't buy that.
No,
my last job was. I loved the people I worked with. I loved even the students I worked with. Like I was IT, but I still helped students with their broken computers, whatever. But the time, I got out of that job, I didn't get paid that much, but dude, I had so much freedom to do so much different shit. I mean, probably some of that stuff I probably was doing on the clock, which was probably not good, but other than that, I still had that freedom, and I couldn't, even if I needed a day off, my boss was hella cool with it.
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah, that's cool, man, whatever. Or if I needed to leave early, he didn't care, so it took a lot for me to move on. But then you get I got to that stagnant point in my life where I was like, I want a house, I want to do this, and I can't do that where I'm at right here. I'm done. I'm not moving up anywhere. I'm kind of stuck where I'm at.
If you stay
pay wise, I'm not getting much more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So making that leap, making that change is hard. So the fact that she was able to do that,
that's what I mean. Fun. I mean, it's like she gets.
She's able to change.
Challenged. She stayed at this job way longer because it was a challenge in the sense that she had never been a part of creating a building before.
Yeah.
And she had to figure out how to navigate all these different aspects of getting a building built. And she didn't design it or anything, but she was the one that had to keep going to different meetings and consulting different people.
She had to make it happen.
Filing the paperwork and keeping things, going with cities and county.
That's project management. In that sense, is hard.
And she did it, I think, extraordinarily. I think the people that worked with her were really happy with what the end result was. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, they decided that.
But that's how they're lost.
I think they needed her for that particular piece and didn't have the foresight to see maybe where she would excel for them in other areas. But that is neither here nor there, and that's my personal opinion, not hers. So, anyone getting upset with her because I'm talking. I'm her husband, and I love her, and I think it was bullshit that you fired her.
I'm her ex-husband, and you know what? Fuck them too.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
As her husbands, we don't feel. that was cool.
That was not cool. No, that isn't cool. That's bullshit in my eyes. If you are gonna do that, at least have the decency to wait until after the holidays. I do believe
that if you're not firing somebody because they did something wrong, if you're letting them go, we should have some kind of law where
we should be able.
It's like a 2 weeks notice. We have to give work 2 weeks notice.
Yeah, we have.
But there's no expectation that you. If I don't go to work, you'll have a way to keep running.
Yeah.
If I don't get a paycheck next time, maybe we won't.
But get this. So if you get fired from a job, right?
Yeah.
They could actually deny you unemployment.
Yeah.
And say it's because they're hurting the company.
They probably will deny you unemployment.
I only know this because I got fired from a job.
Oh, yeah?
Right? I didn't volunteer. I had a company, the fencing thing. I had a company, so it's conflict of interest. Get it, whatever. I get it. But I got fired. When I tried to do unemployment, they denied me because they said, I got this letter saying I'm hurting the company because I got basically them firing me hurt them with production. So I'm like, how am I hurting?
You're already harming us. So how are we going to pay you benefits?
How can I hurt a company if you fired me?
They fired you over conflict of interest because of another situation.
Because I had a company in my name that was fencing. It was a fencing company in my name.
Oh,
and it was a fencing company I worked for. Conflict.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So me and Gabe, we had a fencing company that we had started. While we were still doing fencing, just starting off the ground. We weren't doing anything wrong. So they end up finding out that we were competitors in a sense, which we weren't. We would just get these side jobs, and we were just trying to make it legal. And eventually, we wanted to get to that point where we can just leave our job,
do your
fencing job. And so I got that aspect where we were getting let go for that.
But you're like the threat in the sense of like
they're thinking they were under the impression like we're stealing jobs from them, like we're going to job sites and taking the job, which was never the case. It was more. If anything was with that company, we stayed with, this is anything. You got questions? Here's the card to the salesman.
It's not, hey, if you want
it was separate. For us, it was always separate. Right. We kept that business separate. So, like I said, I get it, but the whole unemployment thing, they said I was hurting it because basically we got let go. So they're saying, like, since we fired you, now our company's suffering because we can't get our projects done. I just want to tell I'm like, that don't make no sense.
How bad I feel for big businesses.
Oh, yeah. I feel
my
so
heart
bad.
is aching for their pain and their agony. Because I know the sleepless nights they spend worrying about all of us. Oh, those masters of the universe that they are.
Well, like I had to let go of one of my guys, right?
Yeah.
Great employee. He was like the Blanca of what my job was, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He was a great employee, been there for fucking a minute, for a long time. When I say a minute, I mean he's been there a while, people. And
he'd been there a minute and a half.
He got let go over not even performance or anything, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, but you know what they did? A week later, okay, I need you to post this. We need to get going. We need to fill this position like today. Mm-hmm. I'm like, holy shit, man. Let me process this. This is hurting me.
No feelings in business, friends. We cut throats.
And I get it. They have to keep going. They got to keep the going.
I understand too. And I understand bad employees. I know that there's a lot of reasons for people to be let go.
But if they're not a bad employer, they're not doing it.
You know, there's
politics.
There are some things that just aren't right.
Yeah,
I never anticipated.
I think they should do something like that. Like, here, you know what? We're going to let you go in 2 weeks or a week, even a week.
We're giving you at least enough time to figure out what you need to figure out before you have no income coming in.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, I have a decent job. Luckily, like, my paycheck now is okay, and we can keep things afloat long enough to figure everything out. But it's like,
I think the only thing I can see being like a devil's advocate is, you know, if you know you're getting let go, you're gonna fucking do something to harm the company. That's a valid concern too. You know, and there are vindictive people that would be petty, but that's not right either. If you are an employee and you know they know you're this good person and you're just like not a good person, but like a good employee, a good
if you've been
worker,
loyal
and
to
you've been there for
employer.
years
And at
least give me the respect.
Really that different? The fear that an employee might, like, you know, kick a hole in the wall or break a computer compared to you removing the certainty of survival from them. Like, is that any less cruel? Like, if you really think about
that's
it,
the word. That's more cruel.
I mean, in my mind, I get the point, and I don't want companies to suffer. I don't think they're just big, rich, evil people. But there's there's such a lack of balance here in this situation where it's like, okay, I don't know. If a loyal employee is doing their job and is really performing for you, it's kind of shitty to just pull the rug out from under them and be like, and you have 45 minutes to get your thing.
I know.
Like, okay, well, this is a great start of my weekend.
Thanks, fucker.
Thanks for doing it on Friday.
So I'm going to follow you home. And I'm going to beat you down.
Let me tell you something. No, I don't know.
You know what? I'm sorry, guys. That sucks.
Well, it is what it is. The thing is, like, the phoenix rising from the ashes. Like, you got to look.
You guys are just going to get stronger.
You got to look at the positive side, and that's like nobody's dying. Our children are safe.
It's just will test your relationship.
Well, and we have had luck. We have had an extreme string of luck for a decade. I
wouldn't say luck. I just think you guys are smart and you guys did your shit.
I think it's both. I think there's taking risks, but there's also risk comes with some luck. If you
a little bit
get things wrong, no one's smart enough to alleviate every crisis. If that were the case, then I mean, everybody would be broke, right? But did that make any sense? I don't even know. I'm so mad. But anyway, you know what I'm getting at.
If everyone was lucky, we'd all be broke.
If everybody was lucky, we'd be so poor.
We'd be so poor.
Anyway,
but no, I get what you're saying. Like, I guess there is some luck involved. But I think at the same time, though, you guys...
We've had limited hardship.
You haven't had hardship.
And we didn't have... We've taken some risks. We've bought things.
So where you guys started in a relationship? Where you guys started at your relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
You both weren't making probably the best money.
Oh no, not.
So now, fast forward to where you are now, and just with you, are you back to where you were when you first started?
We had a lot less debt back then.
Well, true.
So we're gonna sit down and look through the finances and figure out just exactly like. Bill to bill what our bills look like when they're all due.
Just don't move.
And that would be like the last thing to do.
That'd be
if we had to, as rich people say, liquidate assets, we would start with everything but the house, and then we go from there. But honestly, she gets unemployment for a year.
Yeah.
I think we could do enough little stuff here and there. We have the extra house that we can rent out when Aunt Karen is leaving. She's going to go move in with my aunt has been living in the little house we have in the back. I know, feel bad for me. It's so sad, but
first world problem.
But she's been staying with us, and so we will probably we weren't going to rent it out, but we will probably rent that out, and
that's a good way to supplement the income.
If I got to get rid of the trailer, I'll get rid of the trailer. If that happens, then I probably don't need a truck. Maybe I'll get rid of the truck.
No, don't do that.
I don't want to, but
you know what?
I'm just getting my brain ready for the reality that if things don't happen quickly, then we have to be ready to do what is necessary to keep what's really important safe.
But you know what I think? I don't see... I see her getting a job pretty quick.
I do too.
You know why?
I have full belief in her. I just don't want to put that pressure on her either, where it's I think she's just
going to do it.
She was already looking for jobs. Last night she was looking for jobs. So she is tenacious.
So my job's still hiring, right? For like a help desk position. Not saying she should do that because that's way no. I'm not saying for her to do that. Yeah. I'm just saying in a sense like there's jobs out there, but there's people who just, for whatever reason, I don't know if they're making more on unemployment or what it is, but they're just not applying. People are not applying.
Now that I've seen unemployment, I'm going to extinguish that idea right now. I don't know how it is for like lower income, but Blanca will make probably at most a third of her income.
Well, yeah, I mean,
crazy.
I'm sure it's not what it was, obviously. But
no, I don't know what it was like under the COVID thing, but. That's gone. That is gone.
No, they were paying.
I was kind of shocked.
Under the COVID thing, they were paying an additional $600, I think it was, on top of what you were getting.
Okay.
Oh, no, a check.
A check? And it was 2 times a month?
Yeah, so it was just, how often unemployment comes in, it was $600 every check.
Okay. Yeah,
additional.
that's
so
not
$100 additional. Right?
The most she can bring home, how much was it? It's... No, not anywhere near what she was bringing home. So
at least it's something.
That sucks, but it is. That's the thing. I mean, it is what it is.
But like you said, there's ways to mitigate.
Yeah,
certainly. You know what? Okay, we don't need that. There's those little bills, little things.
Well, we've accumulated a lot. We stream a ton of different things. We've slowly put on. We probably pay more than we would just pay for cable.
You know what?
With all the streaming networks. So if we need to cut
talk to me offline. I can hook you up with Fire Stick. You guys,
you know a guy, yeah?
Yeah, I am the guy.
So anyway, I don't know. Sucks. We'll be cutting back for a while, playing it safe. But
that's the name of the game. I've been there.
Fine. I mean, there are people that deal with a lot worse than that. I think. Even if we lost everything we have, how lucky we've been to have it to begin with. So at the end of the day, if you're happy and you're healthy and everybody's okay,
that's all that counts.
My kids aren't sick. So
everyone's happy and healthy.
Considered.
I think, I don't know. Like I said, I see things panning out just fine. I don't know.
The thing that bothers me is
the way it happened. That kind of fucking
the self-esteem. Like she's tough, so she's gonna get over it. But just like that moment of her questioning herself.
Yeah, what did I do? Am I good enough?
And it's like,
I think that's where you come in as the
like,
husband, and you just got to,
I just told her, like, how many people are going to go home after being let go and be worried about if they know the dates to make sure things are done on time so that there's not penalties and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Fuck them is my attitude.
That's my attitude.
You know what? They just fucked us. So I hope.
Get that strap on and fuck them.
Yeah. I make it a big one because, my Lord, like,
Mandingo,
so
here you
angry.
Get that Mandingo on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no,
man.
I think that just shows just the character she has. You know what I mean? That she would care
like I said, she is tenacious. She won't take no for an answer. She gets the job done.
Her resume's so good, though.
She's done records request work. She's been in management. I don't know. She's done a lot. She's now project management. She has under her belt.
She should do project manager at my job.
Anybody out there listening in the Tri-Cities area, if you need a hell of an employee, she's very reasonable. All we need is $80,000 and some decent benefits.
That's all we're asking.
That's all we're asking. And
easy though. That's
she too done. Could work for you. I guarantee you, she will tenfold for your company. She is that kind of a person. She is strong. She's not a pushover, but she's going to be tough. She'll push back. If you got a job, if you want a bulldog to fight for you, then you go for Blanc.
Come to Barker and Sons.
I think we just got a new company name going.
No, but that's true. Like, I don't know. You're the husband now. The husband now. Not that you want.
Oh, thank you.
You're the man in charge now. No, but like,
you're the man now, son. Daddy's got to go on a trip.
I ain't coming back.
Just got some business I got to tend to. Sorry.
But no, I think, like I said, I mean, you just got to be there. I'm sure there'll be those moments of questioning that'll come up still.
She's done better now. Like, she actually, last night we weren't really telling anybody. We told you guys because we usually do our podcast on Fridays. We're doing it on Saturday this week. We'll be back to normal soon.
Yeah.
But we were
holidays
really ready to tell anybody. And then today, she called her mom and then she called my family and let them know. So now everybody's in the know. And that, I think, helped her kind of like get through that initial piece.
Well, I think she needed for herself, right? At that moment to just kind of just.
Well, you just
be vulnerable.
She and I were
like
both.
We were talking about last week, vulnerability.
Well, we were both kind of vulnerable. Like, you feel like you've got this life.
You feel like your life's going to crash.
Well, yeah, because you're like, okay, like everything.
We got all this money. We got all these bills. Oh, my God, we're going to that's it. We're going to be homeless. I'm going to be living on the streets here soon.
It does sort of spiral. And then you start feeling just numb. And then you start, like, going into, like, the business mindset of, like, okay, well, let's look through. You get very sensical for a while.
Wow.
She was going back and forth from just being in tears to like being okay to looking at a job and looking great, and then it just was round and round.
Roller coaster.
It'll probably still happen, but at least the support group's there. And
we're here for you guys if you need anything.
Oh, we know, and the emotional support. It's just very weird. We've been in the position for a long time now where we were very financially stable.
Yeah.
Like, never feeling like we would be in that real. We felt like both of our jobs were safe, and that was a big mistake. So just if you think that it couldn't happen to you, just know.
Know what I always think? I always have that feeling like I'm going to get fired.
Yeah.
That's how I always am. I don't know why. And I just have that feeling.
I have nerves about that and caution. But
I don't take days off because of that reason. I feel like I'll get fired.
I mean, I'll take time sometimes. Usually I take sick days when my kids are sick at this point. But as a teacher, it's hard to be gone because
you guys are gone all the fucking time.
Well, somebody has to there has to be a plan. So if you're going to be gone,
that'd be hard.
You have to figure out what they're going to teach. And that takes hours to write the plan. So it's like, by the end of it, fuck it. I'm just going to go in.
Just watch a movie.
But yeah, I know.
We just watched.
That's high school.
We watched.
Just kidding, high school.
The new Ghostbusters. Yeah. And so there's a scene. Yeah, it was. There's a scene where the teacher walks in and he's just like, "Here, I don't know. Your school's still on VHS. Here's a movie, Cujo. It's about a rabbit Beethoven dog. So have fun, guys."
Nice.
So
he was a sub, or he was the teacher?
He was the teacher.
The actual teacher.
But I picture a sub doing that. Here you go. I don't have nothing.
In high school, that happened a lot. Like, okay, guys, I'm going to play this video. And then once they got the equipment to work, I always, if the gal next to me is gone, it's kind of fun when the subs come because they can never get the tech to work.
Yeah.
So I actually get to go over and act like I know shit about tech because now I know.
Like, sorry, students, here, read a book.
Hold on, guys. I'm here to save the day. Don't clap yet.
I know.
Go and hit the button on the back. Well, we have a toggle switch on the back that will go between computers.
Oh, like a KVM switch?
Yeah, half the time that's what it is. It's just on the wrong setting. So.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes in the audio won't
we just need there we go.
Yeah. It was here.
And now it's here.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. It said ancient something.
Oh, that's the medieval music. That's where it is now. We were on ha ha ha. We wanted to be. That's where we want to be. Okay,
yeah,
that would work.
That would work. That one's not compute. They're not compute.
That's what it feels like sometimes when you can't. Like no matter what you do, it won't work. For a while my projector froze.
Oh, okay.
One day, and I had to turn the whole thing off. You know how bad it is when your tech starts working halfway through with first graders. Their attention, like, okay, shit, this is going to take about 5 minutes.
When I deal with that with an adult,
you just try to keep talking on something. Hey, you guys watch the new Blues Clues? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about that. Steve, hey, look at that. Come on, goddamn it, work.
Goddamn piece of shit.
Like, I swear to God, if you are not on it every second, like their attention, they're gone.
And projectors, they have to like cool down almost sometimes when you turn them off, and then when you turn them on, it has to like warm up.
When you accidentally
it sucks.
Turn it off thinking that you're done, and you go, wait a minute, no, I was going to use the projector net, and that red light just beeps telling you, I'm still hot. I'm trying to calm down.
Oh, dude, it's annoying. I know. Unplug it.
It was I have a dog cam on my desk. It's called a Ladybug. It's a red.
I have a document camera in my.
Well, that froze up.
I have a document camera somewhere in my house.
Oh yeah,
it came from my last job.
Oh,
it almost looks like this microphone, but it sits on a stand and points down.
Yeah,
and then it can hook to the computer, and so you can see it.
So when I was in high school, the document cameras. When I was in elementary school, it was all the old school, like the crank thing with the writing sheet. Even in middle school.
Oh, you mean with the little plastic thing?
Yeah, with the plastic roll.
And then it had a little light.
The light.
That thing was so cool.
The light came from underneath, and it projected up, and a mirror shot it against the wall.
I thought that was so awesome.
Yeah, we had that, and I every once in a while got to be the kid that stayed in at recess to clean it. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Badge of honor. Trouble. I was laughing. No, I was just a loser and would like the teachers. And can I stand and clean your plastic?
That's not, just like whatever. JJ's like he's not JJ's just like a good kid. So one day after class, like he held the door open for everybody.
Yeah,
the teacher didn't ask. No one asked him. He just wanted to hold the door open. And she comes up. He wanted to hold the door open. The teacher loves JJ.
Yeah.
She's like, he's so good.
Well, he's a nice boy.
She goes, he's my best student.
Yeah. Well, he's easy because he just wants to satisfy everybody.
He wants to learn too, though.
Yeah.
He loves to learn. He loves, like, for him, reading's his shit. Like, that kid loves reading.
Yeah.
He's like into chapter books now. Like, it's pretty crazy.
That's good.
But no,
my cousin works at JJ's school, and she was laughing today talking about, like, she's like, sometimes he'll be walking down the hall and he'll know like he has to go a different way, but he's so afraid to like stand up and really like say, hey, my dad's coming for me, I need to go. So she's like, he'll just be in the line, yep, pretty sure I'm going the wrong way. I think he'll just be talking about it for anybody that might be listening, and she'll run up and be like, oh, I know his dad.
Yeah, she's come up to me and told me that.
He's like, well, I think I'm going the wrong way.
Still
just walking in line.
I know, I told him, if I don't tell you to take the bus, just assume I'm picking you up. If I don't say anything, I'm picking you up.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you if he has to take the bus, you know, like, so just always think you're getting picked up. Because I mean, I live 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know, like literally 2 minutes away.
Like, if not closer.
I can see that school from my house, and we can drive to your house in 2 minutes. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it takes me like a minute, unless there's a bunch of cars. Because that school gets fucking crazy.
Yes, it does. All schools get nuts at picture.
So I'll back up, back up into a spot real quick. And then I've learned to park closer to, like, if you were first coming into the school, because I can just leave that way.
Yeah.
I'll just loop around.
Uh-huh.
Because if I try to leave the other way, no one lets me fucking out. So I'm just like, fuck you guys. I'm going to go this way.
Dude.
I don't know.
Schools are awful during that release time. It's crazy. So the parents out there, believe me, we know that's why we're out there with your kids, because we're terrified someone's going to run them over because they just run.
The principal at this school, she cracks me up.
Yeah.
She's always like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, come on, lady.
She puts on the vest.
So she has her doctorate.
Uh-huh.
So don't refer to her as Miss whatever. It's doctor.
She'll correct you on it.
Oh yeah. She corrected Alicia once.
Oh.
Not a good thing to do. Don't correct my wife.
Alicia's not a fan, I take it.
Oh no. She always will get on Alicia about, you're not supposed to park here. She's like, what the fuck? What about this bitch behind me? She's never said that.
Ma'am, we don't use cursing.
But Alicia's like said some shit to her.
Alicia will get pretty strong in those moments where she's insulted.
Oh, she will. She'll keep quiet. My wife can be quiet when people are saying
That's
stuff.
very sweet. But if you piss her off,
she's a fucking.
She'll cut you.
Oh, she will.
With her words or a knife
or something. She'll want to fight.
Yeah.
So she's not afraid.
No.
Me, I'm just like, okay.
Sorry, doctor.
I think my smart ass comments will come out of me.
Next time she's like, I'm doctor. Be like, oh, good, because I got this rash right here.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
if you're not a medical doctor, you're not a real doctor, okay?
So when I worked at the last job and I'd create people's accounts, there would be people who have their doctor. You know what? Kudos to them for having their doctorate.
Yeah.
But they wanted to be referred. They want doctor. I swear they had doctor was their name. Like they legally changed the name doctor. Something like that. It was fucking hilarious.
I'm done.
You can refer to me as doctor.
Wow. I'm just going to change my name to Doctor.
No, so I want to get my doctorate and then for work, change my login so it's Dr. Jesse. You're calling me Doc.
I don't want to be referred to by my last name.
I want to be Dr. Jesse.
I'm Dr. Tom.
I'm Daddy.
You call me Daddy.
You can call me Daddy, bitch.
That's my name, Daddy.
Can you imagine? I'm going to legally change my name to Daddy.
No, it wasn't sexual harassment. My name is Call Me Daddy, bitch. That's my name.
Can you imagine? Mr. Daddy Bitch, are you here today?
Daddy Bitch? We're looking for Daddy Bitch. Party of two.
Or just Daddy, your order's ready.
Yeah. Have you seen those videos where people like order drinks at Starbucks when they know it's a ridiculous name? They're like, I think that was one. They're like, Daddy, your coffee's ready.
Daddy.
They sound so annoyed. They're just like, Daddy.
I would fucking crack up if I ever got a name.
Right.
I would probably fuck that up. I don't know. But yeah. Sorry about Blanca.
It'll be all right.
This. You guys got this.
We got dissed, but we got this.
So. Yeah. Well, looks like you ain't getting her flowers for a while.
Well, in my mind.
No, you probably going to have to get her once in a while here.
Luckily, we have some weeds that grow up behind the house, so I can pick some of those.
Glad you said weeds.
Some weed. We have some weed.
We got some weed growing, so we'll be all right
we've
financially.
Got lots of leaves. We have a side hustle. I grow marijuana in the back. I don't. Go ahead.
Legal.
Come search my house.
I mean, fine. It's legal to grow marijuana, though.
Well, I think, don't you have to have a permit for it, though?
Nope. If it's more than if it's under a certain amount of plants, no.
Well, maybe I'll hit you up for some information.
But legally, since it's legal in the state of Washington, you can grow up to a certain amount of plants.
Oh, okay.
Now, distributing it or whatever, like I don't know about all that, but
gotcha. That's very personal. Pardon me.
But growing can be a pain.
Personal consumption.
I've never done it.
You'd have to buy grow lights. I've seen that in movies.
One of my friends was like, Jesse, this garage, you should turn into a grow area. I can hook you up. I can get you, you know what, when it grows and stuff, I can push it out and we can make some money. I'm like, I'm all right.
Yeah. Like I'm not going to prison and risk and
My ass is too nice.
That's the thing. Like, I would not do well in prison.
Oh man, I'd get raped hard.
Hey guys, I take it you didn't liquidate your assets, right?
No, we're gonna liquidate your ass.
Let me tell you something, boys. Calm down, simmer down now, kids.
I'll be doing taxes.
I just be
something. They're like, "Do you know how to do taxes?" Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know the
taxes? You're in prison, motherfucker.
Yeah, right. I would total Shawshank Redemption that shit.
I know.
Yeah, I'll do your books, warden. You're educated. Yeah. I'm a teacher. Do you not know how to read? I'll teach you.
Oh, yeah, baby.
That'd be me.
Yeah, I'm going to teach you how to do something else, too.
Find the biggest guy in there.
You got a pretty mouth.
I'll teach you how to read. You just don't let me get raped. And you don't get to read me either. And
you'll have to hold his belt buckle or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Hold his pants.
Okay.
This is my booty.
This is my bitch. Come on, bitch. He's very tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Boy, I wonder if there's any power in teaching people how to read in prison.
I'm sure.
If you're an ex-con and you have come out in the world and you're listening, and
I think there's
you can answer that question. Like,
I think there's ex-cons who probably helped people like get like GDs,
right?
And do all that shit. Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, you want to know about history?
Like, you know what? I was a fuck up. You know what? I want to teach you how to not to be what I was.
Right.
Let me help you out. I bet you there's people like that. 100%. I bet.
Aristotle once said. I don't know.
Yeah. You know how we were talking about losing it moments last week?
Oh, yeah.
I had one.
Did you?
I did. I couldn't find a fucking tape measure.
It's about the same as a remote.
I fucking flipped, and I was like cussing under my breath, and my son looked scared. Like, he didn't look scared. He started looking for it.
Yeah.
He's looking for something to measure with because he's doing measuring. I was like, where the fuck is the fucking tape measure? God damn it, I just had it over here. It's not there. Where the fuck, blah, blah, blah. And so I lost it. And it just made me think of this stupid episode.
The fucking remote.
Right?
I tell you, it strikes again.
And I was like, God damn it. Well, this is what made me, I had to have a talk with my son because he couldn't find something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his reaction was what I reacted.
But you're an adult.
He didn't cuss, though, right? But he's seen my reaction that day, right? And so it was like either later that day or the next day, something happened where his reaction, he
mimicked you.
He mimicked me, and I was like, fuck. Hey, buddy, no, we don't do that. And so, like, I sat him down. I talked to him. You know what? Don't do that. That's not okay. I know that's what you've seen your dad do.
I'm in a habit, and you don't want that habit.
No, I just said, you know what? The way I reacted, that wasn't okay.
Yeah.
So it's not okay to, if you can't find, let's just talk about it. Like, I actually sat him down because I seen that. I was like, I don't want him to freaking do that. That's not okay.
I would put my son on my lap and say, son, that's not how we do it.
That's what I told him.
Unless it's the remote.
Unless it's the remote. Then
there's no fucking excuse for losing the goddamn remote.
And then so I talked to him and, I just let him know, I'm going to work on not doing this, whatever. Yeah. But anyway, so like I couldn't find this tape measure still. So I was like, went to the Walmart. I was getting some stuff for groceries. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get me a fucking tape measure.
Yeah.
Got me a tape measure. Found the other tape measure.
That's usually the way it works.
I was like, son of a bitch. And I was like, this tape measure, don't touch it. I was telling everybody, do not touch this tape measure. It stays in this area. This is where it will always be because I don't want to lose it.
Did I tell you about the record player I bought before I found out our current situation?
You did. Yeah.
I bought a record player, and did I tell you about with Elena? Did I mention that before? That I put it downstairs. Blanca didn't want it up here, so I put it downstairs in the movie room.
Okay.
And I put a note on it because they're not like they're pretty easy to break.
Oh yeah,
and,
a little needle and shit.
So yeah, like I put a note on it that said "Do not touch," and I went to her room because both the kids were in there, and I just said, "Okay, guys." Like, you're not in any trouble. I'm not saying anything like that. I just am letting you know.
Do not touch.
I got something, and I put a note on it, and I want you guys to not touch it. The reason being, it can break very easily if you don't know what you're doing. So, okay, got it, cool. And they go, yeah. And Elena comes upstairs like 10 minutes later, and she obviously went to look at what it was. And she goes, yeah, Tom, I'm glad that you told me about that because I think I would have touched that.
She's like, I would have put some like paint. And
she's like, I know me. I would have played with that thing. That looked pretty cool. That's why I did it because I knew this is something that Elena has. She's an engineer at heart, I think, because like she just is so into things. Like
she wants to know how they work.
And it's awesome. Sometimes it's infuriating.
I think she got that from me because my mom, we had a couple vacuums that maybe stopped working because I decided to see how they worked, or they weren't working. So I decided
she thought you were going to be a serial killer.
So I took everything apart to look
you're
at
out there in your shop.
No, I was in the living room or in her room. Like, then I couldn't put it back together. I'm like, whatever.
That's how I am with shit.
Okay.
Did I tell you?
Why do I got all these screws? What is this for?
Louis brought me a pressure washer.
Okay, yeah.
Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, the one that didn't work.
It didn't work, and it had a crack in a place that you really couldn't fix.
Yeah.
Like the if I were like a welder, I probably could have, but it really wasn't worth fixing. I was trying to put it back together for her, and it was one of those designs where it comes apart much easier than how it goes back together.
Wow.
Another lose it moment. Luckily, the kids went around. I got so, in a moment, insanely mad that I picked it up and slammed it down so hard.
Oh,
the whole thing exploded. I was like,
how
okay.
good does that feel, though, in those moments?
Whew. It feels good.
It feels good.
It's like, oh, well, I'm not mad anymore, but oops. And there's like pieces of plastic all over.
I remember I was younger and I was going to pick my brother up, or I was doing something. I don't think I was in school at this time anymore. I was out of high school, and I used to have a lot more lose it moments. Mm-hmm. And so this one, I don't know if I fucking couldn't find this place, or the address was given to me wrong, or whatever it was. I fucking flipped in the road.
Yeah.
Like I flipped out. I didn't like flip my car. I got pissed. I had my watch. I had this watch, right? Luckily, I bought it off some guy that came to this Arby's I used to work at. I bought it off of him.
Yeah.
I think I gave him a roast beef sandwich or something.
Fair trade.
He said it was a Gucci watch. Who knows? It was probably a Gucci watch.
It was a Gucci that he was willing to take a sandwich for. Yeah.
I liked it because it looked cool and it had a nice weight to it.
Yeah.
That watch, R.I.P., buddy. Because I couldn't find that. I fucking took it off my wrist, and I had my hand out the window, and I just boom slammed it, and then I was like, God damn it, why did I do that?
I know. I've had a few of them. So in my younger years, when I was less controlled, because now I don't lose it that often.
Yeah, same. And if I lose it, it's over the remote.
When I was a big gamer, when I was younger, there were some remotes that
everyone did that.
I think
we've spoke about that where we did the little whirlwind. Pow.
Yeah. See, I would like hold into my hands and push my hands together till I heard it kind of do like that.
Yeah.
And then I'd let go. I had this really bad habit of like biting my fingers really hard.
I worked with this guy that would
masochism.
I worked with a guy that would had this habit where he would do that. He'd do this. He would bite his hand right here.
Yeah.
So much that he actually had a scar. He had this mark because he would do it all the time. He'd be like, rat or something.
When I was young, I had it to the point like I would really leave marks, and then I kind of like trained myself away from it because I'm like, hey, dude, you're psychotic. I think I was at the age where it was like normal for kids to like, I don't know. I didn't do it for pain, but that's what it was because I would feel the pain. And
well, I like anger myself for pain.
What's that?
I like to whip myself for pain.
I do too. I take my shirt off and I take that whip.
The little rope whip?
Yeah, that they
What movie was that in?
I don't remember. I remember the scene. It was a priest, right? And he was he wanted to like help himself, and then he felt so
I think
bad.
that was Fear. The movie Fear.
Maybe.
With Richard Gere. Or it was in some movie like that. Where
that might have been.
Where he's like just smacking himself.
Right? And he's making himself bleed.
Yeah. I like doing that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
No. One thing I was going to say is, so this week Alicia wasn't having a good day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I noticed that. And so I was like, well, you know what? I need to go to the store. So I bought her some flowers, right? And I surprised her at work. Had her come out to the car. And so she came out and I'm like, hey, I just thought I'd buy you flowers because, I noticed your morning start off pretty crappy. Like, hopefully this cheers you up, whatever. Mm-hmm. And like, I think I've mentioned, like, I like to buy her flowers every now and then. And she goes back into work, and then her work was like, oh, what did he do? She's like, nothing. He just because. Oh, well, that's good. And it just
what a weirdo.
Well, no, this what my point is like, and I've had this happen before. It seems weird. Like, if guys buy flowers, they always get questioned like they must do something wrong. I bought flowers one time And the lady at the cash register goes, "Oh, what'd you do wrong?"
Mm-hmm.
I go, "I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just buying the flowers." Like, why does it always have to be something wrong?
I was born with a penis. That's obviously what I did wrong.
I know. It's always like
Sexist.
the first thing they say is, "What'd you do?"
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do nothing. Like, it's like a bad thing now. Like, if you buy flowers.
Well, and that might be partially our fault for mainly only buying flowers when
guys can buy flowers for their women, and just because they're not pieces of shit.
I think I might start buying those dollar store flowers that don't die.
There you go. No. And like every now and then I'll get them. They're, they're cheap mostly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'm spending hundreds of dollars. I'm not going to fucking Just Roses and buying fucking bouquets.
Right. Just Roses. Buy all your roses from them.
It's like $90. Fucking expensive. Fuck that shit.
Well, we're not getting a deal through them.
No, we ain't. But if you want to sponsor our show,
that's what I'm saying.
Super okay with that.
Whatever commercial you want, Just Roses.
Just Roses, thank you. This video is not sponsored by Just Roses. 1-800-JUST. No.
Our videos have no sponsors. Thank you very much. They are pure, so you're gonna get the real news.
Heck yeah!
I'm gonna start finding more news segments again.
I might have a news story here.
Do you?
Yeah, it's not a serious news story.
Well, we don't want serious news. I hate.
I don't know how old this is either, but I just happened to come across it and it fucking cracked me up. But one thing I'm just gonna mention.
Yeah.
Let me find it on my phone. We're gonna just. Where is it at? Oh. So I saw this thing, and I thought this was something cool to say.
Yeah.
It says, "You're literally doing your effing best, and if no one is proud of you, be proud of yourself." I thought that was cool because, you know what? There's going to become a time in your life where you do feel proud of yourself, and people might not fucking think you're doing your best.
People live their own life.
If you feel like you're doing your best, I think that's okay to do.
Be proud of you.
Yeah, just be proud. Like, hey, I'm fucking doing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So just thought I saw that and I was like, you know what, I like that because there's times where I do feel proud, but someone might not knowing that I feel this way, but will shoot it down or make you feel like shit, and you're like, oh, maybe I am a fuck up, but like I'm trying to change that mentality where it's like, you know what, no, fuck them, I'm doing fucking awesome. Like I was I did shittier than before.
Yeah,
I know I did good. You know, fuck you.
Right.
So it's okay to think that way. But no, I
agree.
The news story I did see, though, segue.
Ready?
You can do the news. Such a Welcome to Just Weirdly Blended News. This is your host, Jesse, with some news. No, I don't know.
He's your host, Jesse.
With the news. I'm Jesse Newsman. Today, when we was getting some news. No, just so I seen this fucking newscast lady. There was this bomb threat.
Yeah.
That got put into Home Depot. Oh, right?
Not locally, I'm assuming.
No, Wichita, Kansas.
Oh.
Where Sam and Dean live.
Wichita.
Sam and Dean, Supernatural.
Yes.
They're from Wichita, I think. But anyway. So it was in Kansas. These people said there was a bomb. This person said they're going to bomb the place. Well, when the cops came, what it was the guy was in the bathroom, and he told the people, "I'm going to blow this up." And so he was like, "No, I just told him I'm going to blow this place up. Like, I'm about to blow it up, like, because I'm going to take a fat shit." And so the news lady, as she's telling us, she goes, it like clicked oh, I get it. Oops. So they're like, "Oh, no pressures were charged. No, nothing was charged or nothing." Like he wasn't charged with anything. I'm like, because he was literally just warning the people like, "Hey, I'm about to take a fat shit. I'm about to blow this up." So like, just a little warning. Just don't say you're going to blow something up.
Yeah. Even if you mean with your poop.
Yeah. I'm just saying I'm going to blow it up. I'm not going to really blow it up.
Oh, no, I'm sorry if I caused any fear. I just meant my shit was going to be like, large. I'm going to
don't come in here. Yeah, because it sounds like I don't come in here. I'm about to blow it up.
Yeah.
So they must have took that like, oh, he's going to blow up this place.
Who would take it that way, though? Have we become that society?
Oh, sorry, not retard. Sorry, I don't mean to say the retard word. But like,
I shame you.
I know.
Shame you.
But no, idiots. I should say.
Not until that's not okay either.
No, fucking idiots.
People with inferior intellect. Wait, is that right?
Nothing's right anymore.
That's right.
What was that show where they were saying a retard? What movie was that?
That I think it was
it was funny though.
Wasn't it
I can't remember.
What's his name?
But when I said that, I don't mean it in that sense, and I'm not shaming anybody, but you guys know what I mean. Come on now. People, don't be soft.
Wasn't it? What the fuck? Zach Galifianakis? Wasn't it his character?
Oh yeah.
What movie was it?
That was Hangover.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
The way he kept saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was Hangover.
Oh my lord!
But yeah,
he is funny.
He's fucking hilarious.
That movie he was in, where he worked for like Loomis, the security truck company, and they ripped off the security.
Oh, what movie is that?
They stole a bunch of money. Oh God, I can't think of anything, but it was so funny.
I think
let me Google it real quick.
One of the movies I like with him is with him and it's Due Date. It's with him and Robert Downey Jr.
That movie amazing.
Cracks me up. Robert Downey Jr. just cracks me up in general. But yeah, I was just watching. I started watching Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
not the new one.
Okay, the cartoon.
I'm rewatching the cartoon because I do
Masterminds. What's the name of the movie?
I don't remember watching that.
Oh, it was funny.
No,
funny.
So I seen
Cowboy Bebop.
So I actually seen a trailer to the new Cowboy Bebop, the remake, or not the remake, the live action.
Yeah,
looks super cool, right? So I was like, dude, I don't remember Cowboy Bebop
really,
because this
was a long
movie came out
ago.
in the 90s.
Yeah.
Or the show came out in the 90s. So I started rewatching it because it's on Netflix.
It is fucking good.
And I love how it's like old schoolish with the music, like old detective cowboyish stuff.
Yes,
it's super cool. But apparently the show's really good.
Cool. Well, I'll watch
one of my buddies is watching it, and he's saying it's actually.
When I was in
really
high
good.
school, that Adult Swim, I think it was called.
Oh, they still have Adult
Cartoon
Swim.
Network. I'm sure they do. I have not watched it since high school, but
Dude, Robot Chicken on Adult Swim is fucking hilarious.
Is it?
Oh God.
Well, that show was on. That's how I knew about it. They had like Gundam Wing, I think.
Gundam,
Gundam Wing, and then they had that, and I loved.
Gundam was awesome.
Yeah, I got into that. I think Cowboy Bebop is the only anime I've ever bought. I actually own the whole.
Yeah, that was only one season.
Series. Yeah. It's
like 20.
It was good.
20 something episodes.
My favorite. Did you get to the episode where Spike, the main character, gets thrown out of the church?
No, I literally watched the first episode.
There is something about the artistic nature of the way that they did.
Like just the storytelling is pretty awesome.
There's this like very cathedral sounding song that these kids like singing, and he's falling slowly out of this window. There's this huge stained glass circle window like Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And he gets shoved through by this bad guy. And as he's slowly falling, all these shards of colorful glass are falling around him. All this sunlight is pouring in.
Oh, okay.
It's just slow motion. And this song is being sung like a choir. It's this beautiful song.
Super
and
cool
it's
scene.
all these flashbacks of his life. And you start to like put the pieces together of why he's like who he is.
Oh, okay.
There's this girl you learn, Julia.
He was the hitman, right, at one time?
Yeah, and he had worked for a crime syndicate. I don't remember if he was a hitman or if he like what he did for them. But and things went bad.
Yeah.
And at some point, spoiler alert, they killed his, I don't know, fiance, girlfriend, but he loved her. I think her name was Julia. And so this whole flashback, you see her, and you start to get the idea that there are memories that are chasing him, and that's kind of why he is who he is. For a cartoon, I was like, this is fucking deep.
Super deep.
For like, I think I was in 11th grade when I first saw it. I was like, fuck, man. It blew my, pubescent mind.
Right? Damn. That's deep, bro.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
I wasn't even high, and I was just...
Yeah. I didn't drink. I didn't smoke. I did nothing. I was just...
All through high school, I never did any of that shit.
I didn't either.
I didn't drink or smoke until I was 21.
I drank a couple times from 19 on, but it didn't really.
No, I didn't drink.
Excuse me.
21 is when I met this girl that I ended up dating before I went to Job Corps, and that's how I started I started smoking weed at that time.
Yeah.
Then I tried drinking, and then from there, it just kind of went crazy for a while. I liked weed, and I did that for a while, and off and on for years. Really, drinking still.
Yeah. Well,
right now I'm on a break though.
You're doing good. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And I've had to do that sometimes too, where you just think,
17 days.
I may not be an alcoholic, but there's moments where you can feel yourself like
I was alcoholic.
I'm behaviorally, I'm starting to have them every day, or
I was
too
just
many
drinking,
every day.
I was just drinking so much, not drinking so much. I don't want to make it sound like I was drinking daily but when I drank like there's a podcast.
You drink
so
to excess.
One of our podcasts, I don't remember the end of it because I was already fucked up by then, right?
The weird thing about that was, though, I don't remember you really drinking that much.
I didn't think I was that fucked up until I rewatched the podcast, and I was like, I don't remember doing that.
Yeah.
And then I fucking like an idiot drove home, couple times, and I don't remember driving home.
Yeah.
Not good. But like just the level of how much I drank was not good. So I was just like, I need to dial it back. Let me just not drink for a while.
I feel you.
So that's where I'm at right now. And it's hard. I ain't even gonna lie. Like there's days I want to drink. I just want like a glass of whiskey or fucking, but I just know that glass always ends up turning into like 30 glasses.
See, over the summer,
I want a glass of whiskey. Now I'm going to have a whole bottle of whiskey.
You and I are the same that way. And if we get to a certain level of intoxication, it's like, I always say this, it's like the brain turns off and the internal just says, I got it. I got it from here.
I got you. I know you want to keep drinking.
Passing out like a normal human being, I know at least for me, my body just keeps moving. It just won't shut down.
Mine, if I get, usually when I get really drunk, I'll end up just leaving.
Yeah.
I end up always going home, or that's my first instinct. Okay, I got to go home.
Yeah.
I don't remember how, there's been times I remember I was in Portland and
you're going home.
I was dressed as the Pope.
Yeah.
Walking down Portland after Halloween party.
Not the weirdest thing that's ever been seen in Portland.
Left the club dressed like the Pope. I had the fucking big old hat, and I was walking with my arms behind my back like a pope and everything, dude.
Blessing people.
I blessed the shit out of people. Like there was this devil guy. I remember
so blessed.
I blessed him during at the club.
Did he laugh?
Oh no, he came up to me. We were all like pals at that time because I'm the Pope. So it's like, hey, yeah.
Of course, the devil has to hang out.
And so then I I'd bless him. And then people want to be blessed. My goal actually, we're going to rewind real quick. My goal is to get these Necco wafers. Remember those?
Yeah,
they're about they come in rolls. It's disgusting.
But it's similar to what they use in gas.
So I wanted to get those, and I looked for them. I actually
so that you could give
it to people, like a communion.
Yeah.
I'll probably go to hell for that, or God thought that was hilarious.
I think God has humor.
But I was the Pope, and
you're sharing his body.
But I don't know something. I think me and my wife got in an argument. I don't know. Maybe we didn't even go to argue. I just end up leaving. No, I think I flipped out. I not flipped out, but I got mad over something stupid. Yeah. Oh, you like watching that guy dance? Oh, I'm out of here.
You like the way he danced?
Yeah, it was something stupid like that. So apparently I took off, and here Jesse was walking down Portland, dressed like the Pope.
My brother and I got lost.
They go, where are you going? I'm going home. Mind you, I live about 4 hours away from Portland.
Driving. So walking would be, think about the pioneers. That's about
100. How long would that take? 100 plus miles
through passes. Yeah.
It would take a minute.
Let's just say you'd probably a month. I mean,
a month
on foot.
On foot. I think about 2 weeks. I think so. We did 30 miles in one day.
Yes, but we were superhuman back then.
We were not even then.
We were not.
I don't know what the fuck we were thinking. We need to get home to our wives.
My knees hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're idiots. I don't know why we did that.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
I wouldn't do that much that fast again. I would do 8 miles and then just stop.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think
4 miles.
Need to do that. Speaking of walking, I didn't walk this week.
Oh.
Maybe go for a walk tomorrow.
I need to go for a walk. I need to move.
I'm looking forward to eating some pozole at Louis tomorrow.
I forgot about that. I know, and I gotta rake fucking leaves again.
Good luck, man. It's wet as fuck out there.
I know, and we've been driving over them. My tree by the driveway lost all its leaves Friday morning.
Oh, I was gonna say, did it lose all the leaves when that freak of a windstorm came out? Because my garbage cans,
it was frozen.
My garbage cans just blew. My garbage can, one garbage can kept blowing over.
Yeah,
like.
Oh,
I don't know how many times, like 5 times. I was like, "You piece of shit!"
True windy fucking city over here. Kennewick.
I'm still tripping over the Chicago windy city.
Yeah, politicians talking. I forgot.
I don't believe it.
Hold on. Let me. Okay, let's.
I believe it, but I don't.
Let's make sure.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta fix my leg.
Is the Chicago windy city because of wind?
They're like, no, it's not because of wind.
According to Pequod's Pizza, based on these early records, the nickname Windy City originated based on the area's windstorms and because the people were known for being full of hot air.
Okay. Yeah.
Both,
I guess.
So I don't know. Right?
So, yeah, like halfer.
Halfer.
But I know that it really was like when it became a political city. Because, like, John Daly, right? Wasn't he like a mayor for, like, a long time in like the 60s that had a ton of political power?
I was thinking of the golfer.
Yeah, well, he had killer clothes.
Was that John Daly?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
John Daly was like, he had like really weird clothes that he'd always wear.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
See, I don't know shit about politics, to be honest. We'll see shit on the news, and
I used to be way too into politics.
Like, I just seen the whole thing about the kid that
the
Rittenhouse case, which I knew was going to be the verdict because of I've seen the footage from like when it originally happened. So I was like, because people were like, he killed people, and he did, which that's not okay. But I mean, also if you seen the video, it didn't look good. I don't know. I think
opinion.
I think my opinion though is, and this is what I agree with a lot of people. Like, if this person was like a Hispanic or of color, like black or something, like the verdict might have been different. That's what I think.
You very well could be right.
There's a little our justice system is pretty fucked up, though.
Well, what it is. The justice system is what the public is. I mean, the jury system is a good system, but it's based on the makeup of the jury. And until we solve prejudices, there's going to be prejudices in juries. And how do you fix a system based on peers when, really what is a peer? I mean,
oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are an African-American in the deep South, how are you ever going to get a fair trial?
Yeah, that's true.
If you're in a very white area and there's rampant racism, how is your jury ever going to be made up of people that won't go against you just for the color of your skin? And some people argue it's that way all over.
I think that's how it's...
So,
that's what sucks. It's like, people want this all to change, but I'm very, like, skeptical that shit like that don't change.
I just
maybe
think
certain areas might change, but like...
What? Right. Like, okay, I agree that things have to change. Some of the changes that people are asking for, I don't know that are actually going to solve any problem.
Yeah.
And on the other side, like, there's some things I don't agree with. I mean,
and I think everyone's entitled to their opinion. I think that's where a lot I think that's where a lot of stuff comes from, where people just all of a sudden, if you don't agree with them, that you're deemed a certain way. Or
the reason that this
and I think that
won this trial, if you read the articles from the attorney, the current attorney,
legal, though.
So everything he did in that state, it was not a crime.
Yeah.
And the fact that he defended himself, now you can say that he didn't, but that's what the jury decided, that he defended himself. Yeah. I think the real question is, should he put himself there? He probably shouldn't have. He was a 17-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And it was white guys that attacked him, by the way. These were not black people that attacked him or any other race. They were white, and they attacked him, and he had a gun. Maybe he shouldn't have been.
They also had guns.
One of them hit him with a skateboard. If you look at the actual facts of the case, and you look at the laws where it occurred, Was there a crime? I don't want to see a society where suddenly we're blind to law. And,
like where it's I can kill him.
Well, right. And I mean, I understand the other side of that argument would be, well, other people have lived with laws like that for generations. Right. But we should do away with that problem, not just shift it. I mean, if we want to solve the flaws of the past, then let's solve them. But law is law. And I don't want to see the system of law overturned. You can solve problems with law.
Yeah. I think there's certain things in that judicial system that can be fixed.
Absolutely. But is there a better system in the world? And are there not ways within communism all the way?
Marxism.
I don't know. I think I don't want to see the bathwater or the baby thrown out with the bathwater. You know what I mean? Like, we have an amazing system that has worked through trials upon trials. Are there issues in our society? 100%. And do we have to find ways to solve them? We do, but let's not lose what we have along with what we need to fix.
Yeah, I think it's all about fixing.
And unfortunately, it is all narratives now.
Oh, yeah.
If you watch CNN, that trial was one thing. And if you watch Fox News, it was something else.
That's why I don't watch any of that shit. And then you go on really Facebook, can't. It's the same shit.
I used to be a CNN watcher. I was more a left-minded person. And I didn't think that there was any bias problem. But in today's world, if you watch any of it, there's a bias problem. Like, you know exactly what the commentators think. And they shouldn't be commentators. They should be reporters. But they're all commentators now.
And you know who they're for.
You know who they're for. That's not what journalism is. I know that there's a lot of issues. I know that
journalism is supposed to have like a non-biased opinion.
You show the facts and let the audience decide the truth.
Yeah.
It is now spoon-fed to the point that they know what their political base wants to hear to get the ratings up.
That's why I don't watch the news.
It will divide us more, and we will end up in a deeper pile of shit if we don't start looking at it without a scope. This lawyer won for this kid because he told him, because this was not his first lawyer.
Yeah.
I read the statement from the actual lawyer that got him off the charges. And he said, I told him from the beginning, if you're looking for someone to make this a political fight, then you're looking at the wrong guy, because I will not do it.
I'm here to
defend
lawyer.
A human being who defended himself. And that's what it boiled down to. The laws of that state allowed him to be there, allowed him to have a gun, and ultimately his life was threatened from his viewpoint.
Yep.
And he took the action he needed in his viewpoint to remain safe, to not die. That is the law in that state. That is what he did. The right is taking that and turning it into a gun rights issue, and the left is taking that and turning it into an issue on race.
Yeah.
My issue with both is, this isn't really about guns or about race. Again, it was white guys and a white guy.
Yeah.
They may have been there over a protest about an African American that got shot. They were white guys.
Yeah.
That takes the race element out of it, right?
You would think.
To me,
yeah,
white guys attacked a white guy. This wasn't racially motivated.
But I think that's where like you said, the narrative.
But the narrative, if you watch CNN, you didn't hear that they were white guys. If you watched Fox News, then anybody that ever protests anything is just a heathen.
Yeah.
This is the shit that has got to stop.
You're just a piece of garbage.
We all, at the end of the day, I think it's really those of us in this country that don't have any political power and don't have any real control over our lives versus those that have full control over our lives. And at the flip of a switch,
the government,
take your job away. But it's more than government.
Yeah.
It is big business. It's anybody with power.
Yeah.
And, we all are tired of the same thing. We just get tricked into thinking that it's each other as American citizens.
You never look at
against.
The bigger picture of it.
Well,
I think that's
right. And sadly, it's being aired for the entire world to see. You want to know my opinion on that? Okay, Russia and China are taking notes, folks. Like, we need to stop. They know if you want to get America to weaken itself, get us to hate each other.
Easy.
And then keep pushing it out.
Yeah, right?
I am sick of it, folks. Like, open up your brains and hear it. There's more than one story.
There's always two sides of the story.
That's the thing. And stop. I'm not saying that you can't trust news. I don't know who you're supposed to trust.
You can't trust nobody. Trust yourself.
But I don't believe in conspiracies and stuff myself. But
that sounds like a conspiracy.
It's getting to the point where no matter who you listen to, they are pushing. I think the basic truth is there. You just have to listen to everything and decide
for yourself
what is not insane in this scenario. What is the most logical truth?
Yeah.
Logic is gone in the modern era. Like, it is whatever I want to hear is right. And no, that's not the way it works. You have to take the preponderance of the evidence. That was a legal thing in our country. The preponderance of the evidence. There's no such thing as evidence anymore. Anything can be truth just by saying it.
Like, you know what? That's not true.
I'm tired, man.
I feel like you're lying to me.
My wife lost her job.
That sounds like a conspiracy, too.
Yeah, it's a goddamn conspiracy, man.
Government's after me.
I heard on the news she's going to lose her job.
You know why? She got vaccinated.
There you go.
It's the vaccine.
Me too. I'm next. The vaccine took her job.
They shut it down. It's that chip inside her.
I just Bill Gates. He was mad. She did something wrong, Bill Gates.
No.
See, now that's going to be news. Now we're going to be all over the world like a man's wife lost her job over the chip that Bill Gates put in her.
Yeah, she's magnetic.
I tell you.
I don't know. I agree. I don't know. I hate politics and I hate all that shit.
I do today too, because you know what? We need to solve problems. And they don't want to solve problems. They want to fight.
I hate that it does divide people if you have an opinion over certain ways.
The hatred.
And I think part of it is too is because some people who have maybe a stronger opinion than others don't have they just go off of what they hear or see, and so that's their evidence. Like for me, I have an opinion, but I can't. I won't argue with someone because I don't know.
Time, but
I'll look at both things and I'm like, okay, I see the evidence. Okay, I can see why, and then I can see the other flip side of the coin why it might have not been okay.
Well, the question I think too is like, where are we getting our evidence? Like, okay, if you like, and when I was
I knew him. I knew
student of history. Well, that would be a primary source.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Is
well, I mean, you're getting secondhand info.
Even the New York Times, the infamous New York Times,
they fuck shit up too.
Have gotten in big trouble for not vetting their sources enough. If I want to trust the media, because at the end of the day, if we don't have a solid media that everybody can trust, what are we going to become?
Who's paying the media?
But see, these are the problems. These are the problems, and it is true to a point. And with 24-hour news cycles, I can't take credit for this point because I remember reading Jon Stewart's book. It was a funny book, but his whole claim back in like the early 2000s was what the media was doing wrong. And it was the fact, if you're going to fill 24 hours with news, there's not enough interesting stuff to cover. So then you start making things bigger than they are. And eventually your audience gets polarized to the point that then you just pump out the content they want to hear. And
just for the profit.
You know, and I get it in 2000, 2001. Today we see where that leads. Yeah. Now people actually hate each other and will do crazy shit to each other over it.
We do this podcast, but I hate this guy.
I hate him.
We hate each other.
Come on, man. Let's duke it out,
Let's do this, man. No, I don't know.
I love this guy. I don't care if we see eye to eye or not. Then this is the thing is, sit down with somebody that doesn't agree with you and hear what they have to say.
See, and I have a buddy that my buddy Freddie, he's very good at like speaking his mind and how he feels, and I think that's awesome. Like, but he does that same thing. He's hey, let's have a good conversation, and let me see your viewpoints. And so I think for him, I think that's cool that he's able to do that and not get butthurt about some shit.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, and I think like
just don't get butthurt.
And the thing is like
just love each other.
Today's era, and I think honestly, stop the tribalism. Like if you stop thinking of yourself as Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, if you get rid of those names and you just hear ideas,
I think there's good things from all of them.
Well, if you identify yourself as one thing, then that is your identity. And that means that every idea that identity has to be something you agree with. And you will.
I believe in aliens. No.
But you will, though. You will believe in whatever they say because that's your tribe. It's the way our brains work.
Yeah. That's why I'm a solo. I don't believe in shit.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't believe in nobody.
Well, no one's going to save you. That's for sure.
Yeah, let me just do my shit. That's how I feel. Like, you know what? Fuck everybody else. Let me just focus on me, my family, and the people I love.
Right. I have not watched Real News.
I haven't watched Real News in forever. I just see shit on Facebook, so I can't. Like I said,
I don't even look at Facebook anymore. I have no clue.
There's shit I'll read or I'll look into, and it's just for my okay, what is this all about? And then I'll see certain things, and so that's where I'll base my this is how I feel about a certain situation or whatever. Mm-hmm. But then I also, like I said, see this other flip side of other stuff, and I'm like, well, no, I can see how that's fucked up, you know?
Well, in all honesty, everybody believes what they believe for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, Nancy Pelosi has her reason for being Nancy Pelosi, right? She got there.
Ooh, that's an ugly name. We should have went with that name.
Nancy. But I mean, at the same token, though, Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell, they got to where they were from their perspective of their world. I mean, we were also asking national people, someone that grew up in San Francisco, to be the same as someone that grew up in Kentucky.
Two different lives.
I think rural Kentucky is going to live by different virtues
different cultures in those
big cities, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I grew up in a smaller city.
The diversity in the country should be a great thing, but when any side has a minority group, and I don't mean that racial. I just mean when you try to take your ideals and force that on everybody else in the country.
They're like, no, that's not how I was raised.
You know, and that I think gets in the way of problems and solutions. We have to agree on problems and then find viable solutions and do those things. And that takes leadership.
Yeah.
And as long as we have leadership that only is in this revolving door of they said this, so we say that, we're never going to agree on problems. We're never going to solve them.
We got some shitty leaders lately.
Well, it's because everyone's too afraid to actually lead.
You know what? I got you guys.
I don't care if you get voted out next term. Do what's right. But do what's right. And we may not agree what's right.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think
stand up for what you believe in, what you actually believe in in the moment.
And I think a lot of people are too pussy to do that.
They want to know how it's going to look.
Yeah.
So they get reelected. That's not leadership.
That's pussy.
That is garbage. And that's what the American people are so mad about. And I think if the American people started a vote, most of people in Congress would be voted out.
Well, I don't know, man.
If we
there should be terms in Congress.
Here's the deal. This is exactly the point. We will never see people vote their own congressman out.
Yeah.
Their own senator out. But a term limit, everybody agrees that Congress is fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the majority of Americans believe that there could be term limits. Congress will never do that.
Yeah, I think
term limits. So if the people were I don't even know how it works. You got
dudes in Congress that's been there for 50 years.
And we have the Congress we have. They are weak people that want a political win. Political wins will win for your side for a while. They don't win for the country. Maybe it's time for citizens to say how long senators are in Congress.
3 months.
I would say the 8-year term, fine. You get one of those.
Yeah.
2 4-year terms for a congressman. 8 years is long enough to get done what you need to get done. If the American people still feel that's good enough, then somebody with the same viewpoints can come in right after you. 30 years seems a little
much to me.
30 there's no term limit.
Isn't there's some people that have been there for fucking longer than I've been alive.
There are people that die in there. And my question is, when when you have someone in there that long that has developed these relationships with corporations and with big business and with everybody else, they have a lot of power. It's good to have people that don't have those ties because you and I don't have the same voice as a multi-billion-dollar company. So
Yeah, we don't.
Here go any potential for us to ever have sponsors, but
no,
I don't fucking care about sponsors
because we're saying billionaire companies.
We'll take those billionaire companies.
We'll take those thousandaire companies.
We'll speak for you, but
we got you, booze.
I just that's the thing is like everybody agrees on the same goddamn thing. We just don't even realize it. I think.
Yeah, no, I think so. I don't know. When everybody sits down and talks.
Everyone feels screwed, right?
You'll come to the point where you'll be like, "Damn, we kind of have the same viewpoint on some shit."
At the end of the day,
we might disagree on some shit, but
people will typically blame the different person. But we all feel like somehow we got screwed, and we don't like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here right now, but fucking Reagan, fuck him. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Just say no, Jesse. Just say no.
Donald Reagan, right? Donald Reagan,
the most successful since Reagan. But and if you can't laugh at any president, come on. I mean, Biden's I don't just think, as funny as Trump was.
Let
me tell you that I tried to play I like Kyle Dunnigan. He does those like face the videos where he changes his face for
you were telling me about that guy.
I tried to play it for some relatives today. They didn't get it. I was stupid. But I was laughing my ass off. Yeah, Joe Biden. So he was Michael Jackson as like a spirit. And so Ben Shapiro was playing a little boy to get Michael Jackson because he was the villain. He was getting him. It's very funny. Anyway, Joe Biden ends up saving the day by coming up behind him thinking he's a girl. And he's like, "Hey, come here. Let me sniff your hair there."
Oh,
and he comes up and so it freaks him out and he learns a lesson about making other people play with him because it's not right. It was hysterical. So Kyle Dunnigan, you're a funny man. Dunnigan.
But there's some people who are like,
well, meh. My family's definitely more on the left, and I have been in my life, but I understand the viewpoints of the left, and I understand the viewpoint. I think this is the thing. I've kind of been both at different points in my life, and I think both are right and both are wrong.
That's how I am.
And I hate how it's always like if my guy says it, it's fine. If the other guy says the same fucking thing, it's garbage. And
like they just literally said the same thing, right?
Yeah. No,
he's a fucking dick.
mean it. It's because of tribalism. You believe your guy. You don't believe the other guy, no matter what
literally
they say.
They said the same thing.
Yeah, right.
Look, watch. Right. Nope, fuck him.
And I don't know. Anyway, enough of
bro,
that
this
shit.
Is you know what? This is going to be what I'm about to say totally different than what we were just talking about.
That's fine. We need to change. We need to change the topic.
Like I said, I don't know much about politics. Yeah. Like you're way more knowledgeable in that area than I am.
Not anymore.
You're well spoken in that stuff.
I don't know, but
I can see what you're. I get what you're talking about. But
let's be Americans anyway. Let's switch gears.
Sitting on his desk is a little thing called a telephone. I ain't never seen one of those in a long time. Right there.
Oh yeah, I was going to get rid of that.
Any kid out there? This is a phone. This is a landline.
That is a landline. You know how it works, kids? So this cord here.
Well, we still have these at our clinics.
Oh, yeah. I have one on my teacher desk.
See, look at that shit.
This plugs into the wall.
You can only go so far.
And then,
not wireless, buddy.
This is how you hang up. You dial here. It looks, can you see that? It looks like the cell phone buttons, but there's no screen. You can't play games on it.
Yeah.
You can play
I was trying to play Snake, but fucking thing don't work.
Yeah, you can play like Happy Birthday to You.
You know what I seen? So me and Elisa on our honeymoon, we went to like Ocean Shores, right? Yeah. And over there, they had a fucking payphone. I took a picture of that shit.
That's classic.
Because you don't see that.
No. Did it have the
No, that'd be sweet. Like a booth. Like I just got naked in there or something, like Superman style.
Yeah, right.
Like, how did Superman get in and out of that thing so fast? Big ass guy.
He's super.
Fucking small ass booth. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that one.
My brother made me laugh. Speaking of big guy, he told a story about when he went to his in-laws' house and her dad had filled the hot tub up higher to like make sure there's enough water. He got in and it overflowed.
Oh man, that makes you feel good, don't it?
He goes, it's like I'm like all fat guys. I say I'm a big guy. Turn it into a good thing,
right? Fucking, I'm a big dude.
That was a good story. Though. Everybody else,
I'm
is
heavy
already
in certain areas.
He went to get in, and It all overflowed.
Fucking, that sucks.
Man.
Fuck cleaning hot tubs, by the way.
Oh, I'll bet.
My uncle would make me clean his hot tub when I first moved to Washington, when I lived in North Bend with my uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated cleaning that thing.
How did you do that?
We would empty it, and then I'd have to fucking
scrub the
inside.
Oh, God.
It was a bitch.
Can't you
I
just
love
put
my
some
uncle for it,
chlorine in
but
there?
I love my uncle, but yeah, I guess that taught me some shit.
I didn't love his hot tub.
Uncle Jake, I love you. But I hated cleaning your goddamn hot tub. I fucking broke his I remember I broke his fucking gutter because he had this art room, and then there was this gap, and then the roof, and I remember I was on the art room, and I went to jump over, and it had rained the night before. It was wet, and I fucking slipped, and I'm sitting there as I kick off the gutter, and I start doing this, clawing, trying to like hold on to something. I'm like, and then I fall back, boom, land on my back, and I popped up as fast as fucking all hell. And I was like, I couldn't breathe. I was like,
oh my Lord.
All my uncle said, he came out because he seen me because where the window was for the for like the dishes.
Yeah.
He just seen a body go.
Like in a movie.
Yeah. He said he just seen my body fall.
Oh Lord.
Oops.
Oh jeez.
But anyway, I don't know. I think that's all we got.
I think we're good. Yeah.
You
Sorry
know,
guys, it's been almost 2 hours this time.
Yeah.
Hey, we're keeping
it was a good show. Heavy show.
Yeah.
But
we got into some politics.
Yeah. We love you guys though.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
I don't care what you believe. You got a home here.
Yep. Still like and subscribe on our YouTube and fucking hit us up.
Just weirdly blended.
Yep. I'll probably put the Gmail thing a little earlier.
Cool.
But, yeah.
Hit us up.
Hit us up, guys. Don't be scared.
Give us more to talk about.
Yeah. I thought we had one person. Shout out to Sandra. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
She says we talk over each other. And
that's
we do.
Bullshit.
Oh, yeah. We still do.
What?
But we love you. I know. And we might forget still.
That's all right.
But you know what? We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks, guys.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We'll see you after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Likely.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. We got our turkey waiting. Basting, baby. It's going to be eating that turkey neck, baby. Stick that turkey neck on me.
Give me the breast, girl.
Yeah.